General Johnson and everything.
My grandfather was not General.
Yeah, but you're like Rhonda Johnson of like Johnson & Johnson, you know? It's like the same thing, right? It's like Rhonda Johnson of Johnson & Johnson.
It's spelled the same.
Okay, so, but it's not really like Johnson & Johnson.
No, I'm only Johnson.
So it's like Rhonda Johnson working for like Johnson.
Kind of, I guess.
Okay,
if you wanna call it that.
so like, when you're like at ETB meetings and stuff, does like Mike Conway, does he like get all snitty if people try to sit in his seat and stuff? Does he get like all upset and say, no, that's like my seat?
No,
He doesn't?
he does not.
No, but like at a GMB meeting, when you're like sitting next to Tom Ells,
Yeah.
sometimes like if he doesn't agree with something that like Bridge is saying, so would he like cough under his breath like bullshit like that?
Not that I've ever acknowledged.
And like, what about like Mike Conway in GMB meetings? Like, does it bother you that sometimes in GMB meetings he doesn't wear a shirt?
I'm sorry I've missed those GMB meetings, but I've
But
not
like,
seen
you know, like sometimes he rolls his sleeves up and like, you know, like punches muscles and stuff. Does
He
that
doesn't
bother
even
you?
need to roll his sleeves up.
He doesn't. So like, Rhonda would like Barry Letizio. If you found out like he shot a reindeer and he ate it at like a holiday party, would that like bother you?
It's Barry. Like, I kind of know that Barry does shoot reindeers and eat them at a holiday, so that's Barry Letizio. Barry wouldn't be Barry otherwise.
So like,
You're not supposed to laugh.
if I was telling you like, you had a choice between eating like regurgitated earthworms or like going downstairs and eating in the cafeteria, like which one would you choose?
I'd go down and eat in the
You
cafeteria.
would, so you like the cafeteria.
It's okay.
That wasn't what you were saying last week though. You were saying that you didn't care if you never ate there again.
Well, that's true. I don't care that I'd never eat there again.
So Ron, like you live on a farm and like you have sheep and stuff, right?
Yes.
So like do you sometimes you like saddle up the sheep and you like ride them around the yard and stuff?
No.
No?
I don't go near the sheep.
Like do you like dress them up sometimes?
I don't go near the sheep.
And have like a little sheep show and like you do like a little fashion show and they like wear a little headdress with flowers and
I
stuff.
don't go near the sheep.
Well,
They're like up on the hill.
So the sheep like, but you eat them, right?
I eat lamb, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't go near them, but you eat them.
Eat them, yeah.
So like when you're eating them, are you near them like then?
No,
No, not really.
not really.
Okay, so
About his glasses.
so Rhonda, like when you're at GMB meetings, and sometimes you look over at Ron Evanston. Do you feel like that he might be wearing like a toupee? Because some people say when he like turns his head, you can see like a little thread and stuff coming down the side of his neck.
Did you mean Don Evanston?
Yeah, Ron Evanston on like GMB. Don't you think like his hair, like it doesn't look just like natural sometimes?
I didn't notice. I haven't noticed.
Okay, so that's Jimmy G in the house with my girl Rhonda Johnson of Johnson Company. Okay, yo, so it's Jimmy G in the house. I'm here with my man Michael Conway. Mike's the manager of the General US. And Mike, so like you was vice president before and now you're like manager of the General US. So does that feel like a little bit of a step down and stuff?
Yeah, well, actually, it's general manager of the
So,
U.S.
so you're a
but,
manager of the general, that's just like the general part of the U.S.
no, actually responsible for all the U.S. in totality.
So yeah, like you're responsible for marketing and stuff. So like,
That's right.
Deborah Sandler, she picked out like the yellow for Splendor, right?
She did actually. That's what I'm
Yeah,
told.
so she's gone now. You think now that she's gone, it's okay to say like it was a terrible color?
No,
We should have
actually,
probably picked a different color and stuff.
I think yellow is a good. You might actually think yellow is a good color. I mean,
I'm just
given what
thinking
you've
now, she's
chosen
not here
to
anymore,
wear.
so you can tell us what you really feel and stuff.
Well, thanks for that flexibility. Actually, though, I think yellow's a good color.
So,
Yellow,
like, on-
it pops. It pops.
So you picked like sun crystals for a name, right? For a product.
That's right.
Did you
Something.
guys? Did you think like maybe moon crystals too? Did you think about that, or just like sun crystals only?
I think it was just the sun.
Just
I
sun
think it was just the
crystals.
sun. Yeah.
That was the
yeah.
only one you really picked. So like, and so Mike, sometimes when you're in like GMB meetings and you like take your shirt off, do you think it like upsets anybody, or it's not really?
Well, you know, I try to limit how often I take off my shirt. Sometimes you have to,
Right.
but the reality is, no, you know.
But like when you know, like when you flex like that and stuff, you don't think it really bothers nobody.
There's this guy Jim Thornton that he really gets bothered by it on our team.
But nobody
you know,
else seems to. Well, he's
nobody
probably
else
like
really
real
cares.
skinny and stuff, right?
Well, you know.
Yeah,
He's
I
got-
know.
you
Yeah, I know
got some
exactly
work
what
to
you
do.
say. So okay, so like when you're at a GMB meeting and you look over at Ron Evanston, and you see Ron.
Don Evans.
Yeah, Ron Evanston. So when you look at him, do you think he's wearing a toupee? Because some, you know, if you look at that hair real close, it doesn't look that natural.
No, you know.
Like if you look real close, you can see like a little thread coming down his neck.
No,
on the side.
I've not noticed that. I think that's real.
You think it's
Yeah,
real?
I think it's real.
So like, if you was sitting next to like Rhonda Johnson and she said something like she didn't agree with Bridget, and she like under her breath she sort of like caught bullshit like that. Do you think that's right, or like?
I don't think she would do it that way.
You never heard her say that?
No, I have not. I'm not. I think the thing is, we're allowed to disagree with each other, which is a good thing. But we wouldn't, like that. We wouldn't
No?
do it like that. No.
So okay.
Okay.
So like Mike, if you know the dress code for Fridays, if we like change that and said that instead of jeans now you had to wear like lederhosen from like Switzerland, you'd be okay with that, yeah?
Well,
Do you like have a pair and stuff?
Well, I lived in Switzerland, and I am a fan of the lederhosen. But
That's Jimmy G in the house with my main man Mike Conway, manager of General US.
general manager, yes.
Gentlemen, yeah. Jimmy G in the house with my man Ron Evanston. Ron, how are you today?
Whoa. Ron?
Yeah, Ron Evanston.
Well, let me correct you. It's Don Evanson.
Okay,
not Ron.
so Ron, you're in charge
No,
of B.
Don.
Okay, so Don, you're in charge of B and D.
Well, that's
So
close.
like,
BD is BD.
So is your hair real? Because a lot of people have been saying they think you're wearing a wig and everything.
Give it a pull.
I think it feels pretty real to me.
It's
So-
it's real.
So would you be bothered if like you found out like Barry Letizio killed a reindeer and then like he ate it at the holiday party and stuff?
Well, if he was the only one eating it,
Well, yeah, sort of like that.
well, if he's bringing his own food, I'm okay with that.
Okay, so like Don, so Ron, like what did you think of?
No. Let's get this straight. Let's get it straight. It's Don.
So Don, like what did you think of last week's episode of Gossip Girls? Did you think it was
Of what?
like
Of what?
of Gossip Girls? Did you think it was like
I
as
never
good as
heard.
the-
I never heard of Gossip Girls.
Because I thought it was like one of the best
Hey, Jimmy
episodes of all
G,
year.
question for you, man. Question for you. Where are we going with this conversation? Is this just
So
kind of
like,
hanging out, chatting,
so
or what?
Ron, like I'm asking
Don,
questions
Don.
here.
Don.
So, all right, that's Jimmy G at the house with my main man Ron Evanston.
Don Evanson.
So my man Ron Evanston.
Don Evanson.
So like you're in charge of B and D and stuff. So like, how does that work? So that's like sort of like sexual type stuff, right?
Clearly not. It's not B&D, it's BD, which stands for Business Development.
Oh, okay. So like I thought it was like B and D.
You really